Welcome everyone here to the Sheridan Athletic Center for game number 4 of 4 here today of the OCAA Championships Women's Volleyball. I'm Spencer Byers alongside Evan Brewer. And Evan, this game could be really close or could be very distant between the number 1 Durham Lords in the East and the number 9 technically in the West, but got the bye due to hosting the OCAA Championships, the Sheridan Bruins.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I mean, Sheridan getting their first playoff game here at home. I know they've been waiting all day. They're probably anxious, ready to get going. And what a team to play against the undisputed best in both divisions, the Durham Lords. See if Sheridan can put up a fight. We've seen them do it so many times this season, and we'll see if they can do it again.
And Emily Williams is right now in at the setting position for the Sheridan Bruins. Judith Paredes is dressed, and I was told by Coach Amar Belkerin will play here tonight. We'll see when she makes an appearance here as Williams puts that one into the net, and the point will go to the 17-1, number 1 in the East, Durham Lords. I would love to know a fun fact.
Since November 12th, Durham has only lost 3 sets, and they were all in the same game against Sheridan. So that means they've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of their last 11 games have been 3-0.
Looking to make it 11 out of 12, Evan, as another miscue there by Madison Forrest and a second straight ace for the star of the Durham Lords, Jessica Johansson. Johansson now with a chance to make it 3 of a kind from the serving line. That ball put right at Palazzini. Williams up for Shaylin Craig, and that will be down for Shaylin Craig and the first point of the night for the Bruins, and now Craig will serve.
Shaylin Craig getting the start here tonight. Good to see.
Been waiting all afternoon/day for this one, Evan. The Bruins again getting a late start here tonight. Craig puts that ball in play. Set for the Lords, pushed across. That will get down for Katie Stewart. And now to serve will be Mia Hildebrand, the Winnipeg, Manitoba native. That ball sent long, and that one just floated into Rosette, and the point will go to Sheridan as now Catherine Kunkel will serve. Rotating out is Sarah Palazzini, the only dressed libero here tonight. Kunkel puts that ball in play, too close to the net, pushed back over though, and the point will go to Durham. I think that's Brooke Young there with the push. A lot of non-Ontarians on this Durham side. Couple of Albertans, got the Manitoba natives. I mentioned Hildebrand, got some BC players. Quite spread out are the Durham Lords.
It's a top program in OCAA, and if you want to stay at the top, you got to recruit from wherever the best players are coming from. And I think it was you said before, Coach Tony Clark said that they haven't lost a game in 4 years in the regular season before that Seneca game.
Before that Seneca game, 4 years undefeated. We're the Durham Lords, so they are a flagship program in the East. That ball goes into the net, and Sheridan gets the point. And now to serve is Aishan Pecos. And I do want to mention, I talked to Tony Clark, and he told me that he thinks that because of how good Durham's been the past, 4 years, but even before that, that the East has gotten better and earned more respect, especially here in the women's side of volleyball. That block there for Caroline Klitsch. As I see Tyler Bujold and Sosa Amora way down low getting up for the ladies, now tied at 5.
It's a great start for Sheridan. Exactly what they would have wanted, staying in it, not letting Durham run away with anything.
Pecos was that ball in play. That ball goes a couple rows up. Able to be played though and free balled over there by Peterson. Put up though, Klitsch dumps it over, couldn't get that one down. Set up and free balled over. Shaylin Craig. Williams for Forrest will have to free ball it back, and it will just scoot out there for the point to Durham. But as I was saying with Coach Clark, who I talked to before the game, he told me that he thinks that this Durham program has elevated the Eastern Conference to be a lot better than normally believed, because if Durham wins this game, we have 2 Eastern Conference teams in the Final Four. Both will be going for a medal. We just got to figure out which one. As Klitsch there with the kill. And now Madison Forest will serve. Again, the Sheridan Bruins men's team, who lost at Georgian in their only playoff game this year, are here in full effect. Marcus Amadzai is here, Sosa Morowi's here, Tyler Bujol, David Ho, Coach Shaven Beard, Liam Butcherite. For the first time I've ever seen him, as Klitsch couldn't keep that one in play. Almost they can recognize him, Evan, Liam Butcherite without a beard.
Yeah, first time seeing him without a beard.
And it also looks like Bobby Tang has made an appearance here as well, the other senior with Amadzai and Amorowi. And now to serve there is Amanda Larson, the 6'4" middle, misplayed there by Sheridan. And the point goes to the home side tonight, but on the away side. Lords are the home team as they are the higher seed, but Sheridan gets their side of the floor they normally have for home games, so it's kind of the first time the home side has been on my right to start off the night. As Palatini, Williams, Klitsch, can't get that one down, and it'll be free-balled over. Forrest, Williams, Craig off the block, does not get down. The Lords play it across, attacked over and down in favor of the home side. That one will be Jessica Johansson. And now again to serve will be Larson. Larson is a Toronto native, Durham coming from Oshawa. Now here in Oakville, quite a drive from Oshawa to Oakville down, I believe it would be the QEW/DVP/Gardner. But that ball blocked by Williams. Again blocked by Williams, but out of play it goes, and the point will go to the white shirts, as now again to serve will be Larson. No libero for the Lords the last couple of points.
Yeah, pulling away a little bit here midway through the first set, but Sheridan getting up there trying to block these attacks, and some of them just not falling their way, unfortunately.
Williams up for Klitsch. That ball put in play, almost mishandled there by Larson, and it'll be hit from the back row. Up by Pecos. Palatini sets it for Craig, who attacks it. The Lords now through the middle, blocked at the net, and it'll be 2 hit over. Klitsch, Williams, Craig, and it will not get down. What a dig there. That was by Stewart. That one attacked over. That will be a kill there for it looks to be Johansson. And a timeout taken by Coach Belkerin early.
Yeah, good early stuff from Sheridan there. Lost it a little bit for the last few points, but they'll be happy with this start, keeping it within distance.
Definitely within striking range right now are the Bruins. I would say it's I'll say it's a surprise. As much as I think / hope the Bruins can definitely compete with this Durham team. Durham not losing a game for the last 4 years in the regular season, Evan's definitely not a good omen, you would think, for this game tonight, as that one will get down in front of Forrest. That was honestly a cool effect there.
The slow motion.
The starting from not moving to slowly moving. As again now to serve will be Amanda Larson. She's probably one of the taller female volleyball players I've seen at either the OUA or OCAA level. Amanda Larson at 6'4".
Yeah, that's a big advantage for your team to have a middle at that height.
Craig Williams 2 hits it. Larson now has to set it, however. That will be attacked right at Palatini, mishandled, and the kill will go to Jessica Anatol. The Ajax native is Anatol. And now again it goes Larson.
Larson's been able to hold her serve for 5 or 6 points now. No aces, but just keeping it in play. And
Craig pushes that one over and out of play, and now Durham again with a commanding lead now. They're up by 7 as out comes Craig and in comes Natalie Schaefer. Haven't seen a whole lot of Natalie Schaefer this year, the Yellow Knife native. Well, we see her early tonight. That ball put right at Aisha Pecos. Williams back for Schaefer, and an immediate impact for the sub. And Natalie Schaefer. The ball was already made there as Durham kept playing it.
a little bit of
And now Caroline Klitsch to serve. You've interviewed her twice this year.
What's that?
I believe you interviewed her twice this year, have you, Evan? That ball passed through the middle, popped over there by Hildebrand, up by Klitsch, and free balled over by Williams. The Lords have had almost everybody set here tonight as that ball is blocked. As Johansson is just able to get it over. Williams for the back row. Forrest come down Broadway, and the kill will go to Madison Forrest. She came from Trafalgar with that one.
Somewhere further. We're on Trafalgar.
What do you mean?
Go further.
Trafalgar's like a good couple hundred meters from here. That ball put to the middle, and that will be a kill for Mia Hildebrand. And now to serve will be Anatol, the second-year outside hitter. Not one first-year starts for this Durham side. As that ball just gets over, up by Pecos. Williams up for Schaefer, gets up, and that one rattles off the net as that one will go out, and the point will go to Sheridan. And now to serve will be the current setter for the Sheridan Bruins, and Emily Williams. The St. Clair fans here tonight are trying to get involved. Williams puts that one in play. Up through the middle block, there was Conkle on Hildebrand. That attack right off of Williams, and the point will go to the Lords. And that again would be Johansson, is now going to serve will be Jessica Johansson.
That one's really difficult to return if you're Emily Williams. Straight into your chest, and not much you can do about it.
The fifth-year outside hitter, definitely one of the best outside hitters in all of the OCAA, as Conkle sends that one long. Now up by 7 are the home side. As Johansson will go back again. And I will repeat, the home side tonight are the Durham Lords, as they are the higher seed, while the Bruins are starting on what normally has been tonight the home side. As Palatini double digs that one. Set up now by Hildebrand. That ball popped over. Williams now across for Pecos. Pecos through the block. Set now across. That ball off the block of Sheridan. Forrest. Williams for Schaefer. Kind of hovered in the air there for a second. 2 hit over. Up by Palatini. Schaefer gets a hand to it, and Forrest will free ball it over. What an effort there by the Bruins. And a big kill there by Hildebrand. And again to serve is Johansson. That ball put right at Forrest. Williams. Right to Pecos, and that will get down for Aishan Pecos. And now to serve will be Natalie Schaefer, as dealing with some ear problems right now is Emily Williams, and Schaefer will not actually get a chance to serve. She'll be subbed out for Shaylin Craig. We've had rowdy crowds for every single game here tonight, and again, no different for the I guess I'll say home team, but away team tonight in this one, the Sheridan Bruins. Home gym, if you will. Craig puts that ball in play. Mishandled. Forrest wide, and the point will go to Durham. Up now by 8 are the Lords. And now to serve is Mia Hildebrand.
Hildebrand already making her presence known early on in this game. A couple of big kills for her.
That ball put right at Palatini. Williams across for Forrest, off the block, and the kill will go to Madison Forrest. And now to serve is the middle, Catherine Conkle. That ball put in play. Set now by the Lords, and that ball through the block went up by Pecos. Forrest now has to set it for Aishan, pokes it over. Up by Peterson. Through the middle, Larson couldn't get that one down. Up Williams. Pecos through the block, and it will get down for Aishan Pecos. And an applaud from Evan Brewer. as now serving will be Catherine Conkle. That ball put in play. Young dumps it onto it. What a dig there by Williams. It'll be free balled over by Forrest. Put back to the front of the net. Young through the middle. Larson blocked. And Caroline Klitsch set one, only needed one for Sheridan. Young again. So that one to the side, and that will be a kill for the Lords. That one going to Katie Stewart, the other fifth-year outside hitter beside Jessica Johansson. And now to serve will be the setter, Brooke Young. I also do want to mention the Lords are right now rotating 2 liberos in Aislinn Peterson and Devin Frazier. Frazier a 5th year, Peterson only a 2nd year. That ball mishandled, just couldn't get there, was Palatini, and the point will go to Durham off the ace there of Brooke Young. And Young is from Chestermere, Alberta. That ball out by Williams. Klitsch got a block right back into her face, and the point will go to Durham, and now they're back up by 8.
Yeah, that's super difficult to try and get that over Larson. The height advantage is just, it's a losing battle if you're a Sheridan Bruin there, and you're not really ever going to get it over.
Craig, Williams, Forrest, not down, but it will not get too close to the net there as Larson couldn't play it, and the point will go to Sheridan. Now football score 21-14 as Aisha Bakos went to serve, and no, she will not. It will be Judith Pratis in to serve. Coach Elmar Belker told me that he was going to use Judith in the back row as more of a defensive player. So we'll see if she is now setting from the back row or if it will be Emily Williams sticking to that setting role here tonight.
I believe it's the first game back since that injury she suffered against.
It will be. It definitely is, Evan. You're completely right there as that ball will be killed by Amanda Larson. And now to serve will be Katie Stewart. Now rotating back in at libero is Devin Frazier, the 5th year out of Uxbridge. That served over there by Stewart. Pratis now sets it for Forrest, blocked, and the point will go to the Lords. And again comes Stewart to serve. We've talked about experience through basically every game here today, especially with Mohawk and Humber respectively. As that ball put up, Klitsch, it's blocked. Pratis now sets it again, this time for Williams, attacks it, does not get that one down, but a net violation is called against Durham, and the point will go to Sheridan as they'll get a chance to serve it. It's Madison Forrest, but as I was saying, we're talking about experience with Humber and Mohawk especially, but I think it even counts here to the Durham Lords. Again, I've lost 1 regular season game in 4 years with Seneca this year, as Abby also come in to serve for Madison Forrest. And they have a lot of experience on their side as well, comparatively speaking to the Sheridan team, who doesn't have a player above the 3rd year.
Yeah, a couple of 5th years as well.
And a miscue there. Abby Ellis there with the ace as Aislinn Peterson mishandles that one, the Hamilton native, a little closer to home here today. Ellis puts that one into the net, and now the Lords are 1 point away from a set 1 victory. Every game today has been a 3-setter. Humber winning 3-0 over Niagara, Seneca winning 3-0 over St. Clair, which was our closest one today, was the Seneca sting over the St. Clair Saints, and then a masterclass by the the Mohawk Mountaineers earlier today as that ball lands in, I believe, for Shaylin Craig. As Mohawk did beat Conestoga, as now coming now in for Caroline Klitsch to serve will be backup libero, not wearing libero jersey tonight, is Clara Verblevsky.
Let's hope that the semifinals games tomorrow are a lot closer. We don't want a whole bunch of 3-setters.
And that ball sent well long there by Verblevsky, and that will be the set. I'm actually kind of confused right now because they're having the Durham points on the visitor side, yet they're wearing the whites, which has been the home side the entire day.
I knew there was going to be confusion with this.
So, as you see there, that ball sent well along down the QEW there by Verblevsky. So I've been calling Durham the home team all night because they're wearing the whites. Obviously, I'm mistaken. It is the Sheridan Bruins being the home side, even though they're wearing the darks tonight, which have been, for the last 3 games, the... Yeah, exactly. Always the top seed has been the home team for every single game. Conestoga was the home team, Humber was the home team, and Seneca was the home team. And the point where Seneca had to switch out of their darks to their lights because their opponent, the St. Clair Saints, were also wearing their darks. And Humber did the same thing. They warmed up in their darks to change back to their lights. But yeah, Durham now up 1-0, winning up 25-17 as you see Spencer Byers again alongside Evan Brewer, and definitely a closer set than we've seen in the previous. These two teams played during the preseason, and not one of those sets were really close. All of them going in favor of Durham, of course. Again, only lost 1 game in the regular season all year. Again, lost 1 regular season game this year. First time they've lost a regular season in 4 years. So it's going to be a tough challenge for Sheridan to get a set in this game, let alone the win here today, Evan.
Yeah, again, I mean, they've only lost 3 sets since mid-November, and that's 10 games. So 9 out of their 10 games, they haven't dropped a set. They've all been 3 setters, which is really impressive. I think because of just how dominant this team has been, 17-1 on the season. They did beat Sheridan in preseason action as well. So they have seen this team. Obviously, they're different. That was a long time ago, 6 months ago, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think the fact that Sheridan showed a little life in that first set, they were able to put up 17 or 18 points. We still don't know because the scoreboard was different. But to be able to put up that many points against probably the best team in the OCAA right now, based on records, is really impressive.
Yeah, obviously Humber lost 3 wins due to an eligible player being played in 3 matches, one of them including against Sheridan. So they are now 15-3, and I believe will give up the top seed to Durham if they do happen to play in the gold or bronze medal game here at the OCAA Championships, which I'm not sure that's much of an advantage while you're playing here at Sheridan, but still might be a little bit of a mental edge, if you will, for the Durham Lords, feeling like they are the #1 seed, even though Humber never lost a game on the floor.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm excited to see what the atmosphere is going to be like in the next couple of days.
Saturday, gold medal game at 7:30 sharp. You and I are doing the call. I think it's going to be electric, and I'm going to make sure I bring another case of water because I am going to go ballistic for both teams.
What I want to wear. It's like prom night.
I honestly, Evan, I feel the same way. I'm kind of thinking about what combination I'm going to go with. I think we agreed. You're going to go pink. I'm going to go purple tomorrow, and then we're going to see what we feel like, I guess, for the gold medal game. For the gold and bronze medal game coming on Saturday again. The semifinals are tomorrow at 6 and 8 o'clock sharp. The first semifinal is set. The Seneca Sting will be taking on, as my brain lapses, the Seneca Sting. Or the Humber Hawks will be taking on the Seneca Sting before I mess that all up. So Humber versus Seneca at 6 o'clock, and then it will be in the next semifinal, the Mohawk Mountaineers against either the Durham Lords or the Sheridan Bruins at 8 o'clock sharp tomorrow here on OCAA Live. That ball blocked by Hildebrand. Young across for Johansson, block, poked over by, that would look to be Young. Set now by Palatini, up for Aishan Pecos, off the block. Dug up, Young through the middle for Hildebrand, and the point will go to Durham. I talked again to Coach Clark before the game. I also talked to Coach Amar Belkran of the Sheridan Bruins. But Coach Clark, I asked him about, Johansson being at the top 5 for kills per set, but he said, we're very spread out. We spread the ball around the offense, and I feel like that's happened a lot here tonight, Evan.
Yeah, I do too. Not one particular player who's really shown out. It's just been a team effort, and kind of what you got to do when you're top seed in the conference. You're never going to be the best team with just one player carrying everything. It's always going to be a team effort, and that's what we're seeing from Durham.
Would you guys mind changing the Durham color to green, please? As now serving will be Aishan Pecos. Would you mind changing the Durham point color to green? And Sheridan to blue if you could, but if Sheridan stays gray, I'm not worried about it. I just think Durham should be green, please. As the ace goes there to Aishan Pecos. It's all good. Thanks, guys. As now Pecos will tie it up now 2-2. And she'll get another chance to serve there with the ace. That one just rolled over the net, Evan. So hard to judge where those balls are going to go. That ball put in play. Young back to Johansson, who dug that one up. Dug up low by Shaylin Craig. Williams gets there and hit over by Pecos. No, sir. It's the net, and the point will go to the, I'll say the away side, even though they're wearing the whites right now. My brain's now all messed up with these two sides, as now serving will be Jessica Johansson, the 5th year out of Brooklyn, Ontario. That ball right at Craig. Williams, Kokel, and a big kill for Catherine Kokel, as some of the guys got up for her there.
Very similar start to that first set for Sheridan. They're staying in it. See if they can continue this and not fall off like kind of happened in that first set.
And now Madison Forrest will serve. Yeah, 2-hit call there against the Sheridan Bruins, and out to serve will be Maya Hildebrand. Evan, you'll be doing the interviews after this one here today. We thought we'd keep the theme of you doing the interview for the Sheridan women's volleyball team, and we will keep that going. That one sent well down the QEW. That one chased me to Jarvis. As now to serve will be Catherine Konkol. In at the middle spot will be Caroline Klitsch. 4-4 tie here between these two sides in set number 2. That ball put in play. Young puts it across, an attack, no block up, and an easy kill in the end for Katie Stewart.
Yeah, great placement there by Stewart. No Sheridan Bruin in sight. Easy kill for her.
And now to serve for the Lords will be their setter, Brooke Young. That ball put right at Palatini. Williams for Klitsch, and that will be a kill for Caroline Klitsch. And I have to say this. Over the last 2 years, we've done I've done every Sheridan women's volleyball game. You've done most of them. The improvement we've seen from last year's first game we saw to this year, I think, is night and day. And this Sheridan Bruins team is going to be something to be fearful of next year, just like that Conestoga Condors team will be next year as well that we saw in the previous game.
Yeah, a lot of new additions to this team, too. Again, no seniors for this Sheridan team, so this is a team that's going to
come back
for the future and just get better and better over the years, and it's going to be exciting to see what they can produce.
As Pecos couldn't keep that one in play, Williams sent it a little too far, and the point will go to the white shirts. Is now to serve for those white shirts is Katie Stewart. That ball sent well long into Rosette by Stewart. The point will go to Sheridan, and now Shaylin Craig will serve. I have a question for you, Evan. This is kind of off topic. Do you think the teams like Humber and Mohawk are going home tonight, or do you think they are staying the night in a hotel? As that is an ace for Shaylin Craig.
I'm sorry, repeat the question?
Do you think teams like Humber and Mohawk were somewhat close? Humber being in the I believe North York-ish area, while Mohawk being in the Hamilton area. Do you think they stay the night here in Oakville, or do you think they go home and come back tomorrow on the bus? You think they stay the night as well? I also would say that just for that playoff feel, that championship feel, as what a kill there from Caroline Klitsch.
People used to stay at hotels for tournaments and stuff, especially I remember doing that.
That was some of the best parts. That was some of the best parts of your season in any sport, was having the sleepover trips. As Shaylin Craig was that one into the net. We're tied up at 8, as now Amanda Larson will serve. Tony Clark, the head coach of the Durham Lords, is in his 17th season as the head coach of this program, and they've been a flagship one in the Eastern Conference / Division. Young puts that ball up for Johansson, up by Williams, set now by Palatini, up for Aishon Pecos, and a kill for Aishon Pecos!
17 points.
And there are quite a few Sheridan Bruins faithful here in front of us, Evan, and I am here for it. As Klitsch puts that ball in play, Young through the middle. Hildebrand couldn't get that one down, however. Williams back up for Pecos. He puts that one into the net, and the point will go to the away side. Or home, away side. We're going to go away side.
Maybe just stop saying home away. Just say the team name. I feel like that would cause or get rid of any possible confusion.
But I feel like I can hear John Shannon in my head saying I need to have 5 ways, and that's one of my 5 ways of it, is saying their team name. But anyway, now the serve for the fresh substitute there. That looks to be put in play. Forrest puts that one to the top of the net, and the point will go to Durham, and now look at another chance to serve. Williams puts that ball up for Forrest. That was a moonshot there, but blocked by Hildebrand and Young, and the point will go to the White Shirts. That ball sent just in play, and that's an ace for Durham. And now I'm going to say this right now. The player serving, his first name is Cassidy. I'm not even going to try the last name because the way they spell it phonetically does not look even pronounceable to me, as that ball is hit back over, and the kill will go to Johansson. And the Lords are finally pulling away in this second set.
Yeah, just like they did the first set as well. I mean, it's the exact same point in the second set, right around the 10-point mark, and Sheridan's just got to stick in it.
That one just gets over there, dug up by Craig and hit over by Forrest. That'll be a kill for Madison Forrest.
Madison Forrest has a couple of huge kills so far in this game. Lots of power on them, not letting Durham return them.
Pecos puts that ball just out of play, and the Lords will get the free point. As now to serve will be Jessica Johansson. That ball sent well long down the QEW. That one went all the way to King. And now to serve will be Madison Forrest. Forrest sends that one long down the QEW towards Hamilton, and the point will go to Durham. Right now it seems to be a little bit of pass the parcel here with the serve, Evan, as coming out is Hildebrand in now to serve for Durham. Looks to be Tia Chung. That one pushed over by Larson. Set now by Palatini, and free balled over there by Pecos, so had a sprawl for that one. Young through the middle, Larson off the block, up by Palatini, and that violation, I believe, against Sheridan will give the point to the White Shirts. And now again to serve will be Chung. The Markham native. That one right at Palatini. Williams for Conkle, blocked by Larson. Williams for Craig. Through the block, and a kill for Shaylin Craig, and a net violation against Durham anyway will give Sheridan the point. So no matter what, they were getting that one. And now Conkle will serve. That ball put in play. Young across, that one hit, and down the line it goes for Katie Stewart. And now Brooke Young will now serve for the Lords. Craig Williams for Aishan Pecos, and then that one goes, and the point goes to the white shirts, and now they're up by 6 as Young will go to serve again. Not yet. First time out taken by Coach Belkrin in this second set. Again, Durham won set number 1, 25-17. And they're on their way to, looks like, winning this one as well. I think it goes to a third and potentially final. And again, every game so far today has ended in 3 sets, so we'll see if this one is no different.
Yeah, we'll see. It's basically exactly the situation. Well, 6 points down. Also, they get something together out of the timeout. But Durham is not a team that is going to really let you back into it.
I'm gonna run in between sets, so don't put the camera on between the second and third set. We'll just come on camera at the start of it or something. We all get back. Forced. Williams up for Craig, blocked out by Palatini. Williams able to get there and free-balled over by Shaylin Craig, but it goes long, and the point goes to Durham. And now it looks to be Brooke Young again to serve, the setter, the second-year setter out of Alberta. Right at Craig. Williams for Klish. That one almost got down. And back for Johansson. That one goes up by Forrest, but well wide, and the point goes to Durham as Coach Clark there with quite an athletic throw. And another timeout taken by Coach Belker, and that's his second and last of the second set. Very quick section, Evan, were those timeouts called by the Bruins, and Durham coming out of this one basically immediately after it was called. They come out about 35 seconds early. I don't think I've seen a team come out of a timeout faster, Evan. And I gotta be honest here, I keep mentioning it, but Amanda Larson, 6'4" middle for the Durham Lords. She looks like a tree in the middle of that defense. As again to serve will be Young for the Lords. That one right at Forrest. Williams up for Klitsch, off the head of a player, and the point will go to Sheridan off the net violation. I think that one went off the top of one of the blockers. I can't tell which one, as Williams will not get another chance to serve. Williams puts that ball in, play off for new spin serve. Johansson plays it across and attacked over, but long by the Lords, and the point will go to Sheridan. Hey guys, apparently the mics aren't working for the stream. Oh, apparently just Evan's mic is not working for the stream. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Thank you. Perfect. That ball through the block, and that will be a kill for Aishan Pecos, but a net violation against the Lords anyway. We'll give them the point. And now Craig will go to serve. Down 6. This set feeling a little bit closer than the last one. Evan Sheridan only 2 points away from eclipsing their first set total of 17. Craig puts that ball in play as it is for Shaylen Craig. And Craig will go back to serve again. Craig puts that ball in play, and another ace for Shaylen Craig! And you gotta wonder if Coach Clark might be thinking it's time for a timeout, as Craig will go for 3 of a kind. Craig puts that one just out of play in Durham with that one. But that one sail, that must have been quite nerve-wracking. Let that one go, Evan, after the last one land in, as now Larson will serve. No libero for the Lords. That ball will go into the net there for Larson. And Sheridan now only 4 points back. And now Judith Paredes gets subbed in for Caroline Klitsch, and Paredes will now serve. No libero for the Bruins, as rotated back in is Catherine Conkle. Paredes puts that ball out of play, and now she will rotate out for Sarah Pallottini. And now to serve for the white shirts is Cassidy, and I will make sure I say this. I'm not pronouncing Cassidy's last name because I don't want to try and butcher it, so I'm going to ask her at the end of the game how to exactly pronounce it because the phonetic spelling does not look right. And that's an ace for Cassidy, the Port Coquitlam, BC native. We'll get another chance to serve.
And it looks like we might get the exact same score as the first set. 25-18.
Actually,
17.
it was 17 in the first set, so Sheridan has eclipsed their first set total in this second set, so at least they are improving, as that's up by Forrest. Craig back for Forrest, into the net, that one goes, and now Durham is one set away from booking their place into the semifinals against the Mohawk Mountaineers. And Evan, we're going to take a quick break here in between sets. We'll see if the Lords can close up shot here in the third and potentially final set, or Sheridan's got a little bit of life left here in this one. We'll be right back with this third and potentially final set between the Sheridan Bruins and the St. Clair and the Durham Lords, as you watch it from the Sheridan Athletic Center and only on the OCAA Live Network. Back here again at the Sheridan Athletic Center. Last game here of the 4 quarterfinals of the OCAA Women's Volleyball Championships, as Williams couldn't get that one up. And the point will go to the number 1 team in the East, the Durham Lords.
Yeah, they've been really impressive here so far. Sheridan's been able to stick in it for the most of the set, but Durham is just the first team in the division for a reason.
Played back by...
Game all season, and it's shown here. It's shown why.
That ball played, Hildebrand with the kill, and the point will go to Durham. Back serving again is Jessica Johansson. And now I haven't met all of the crew yet. Apparently we'll be meeting quite a few more of this amazing Sheridan Bruins crew for the OCAA Championships. But I will be going through my list of names here in a moment as Williams puts that one up for Shaylin Craig, and Craig puts that one over. Young put across. It looked like a 2-hit to me, but that one will get down through the Conkle block, and the kill, I believe, will go to Katie Stewart. It's back again to serve. Will be Johansson. That ball put in play. Forrest. Williams. Pecos can't get that one down. That one right at Johansson. Young across. That one right at Palatini. That was hacked was by Stewart. Williams back for Craig, and that one goes long, and Durham now up 4-0 early in this third set. You got to wonder when Coach Belker might use his first timeout. He's got 2 again in this set. He's used both. He's used all 4 he's gotten in both the first and second set.
Might be a bit early here. We'll see what coach decides to do, but
Johansson puts that one right at Forrest, right back over, an attack by Hildebrand, went up by Palatini, but no one there to clean up the mess. And Coach Belker will take a timeout. I thought it was coming.
it was a bit early when I said it, but it was 1 point later, so
Yeah.
that's acceptable.
And now I'll go through my names, my list of names here again. I'm going to be adding to it here tomorrow. I plan to do this all 3 days here at the Sheridan Athletic Center. I want to say a special thank you to all the Sheridan Bruins crew, which includes today Drew, Taylor, Emma, Ian, Sabrina, Eric, Anna, Mac, Ariana, Jesse, Barron, Turneem, Leo, Pamela, Kenny, Rashab, and Imogen. Thank you guys so much for today. Evan and I would not be here without you, and I really want to say thank you so much, guys. Again, we're needing a lot of help from you guys over the next couple of days, Evan, as we are just getting started here at the OCAA Championships.
Yeah, just getting started. Excited to see what the next couple of days brings. It's going to be ecstatic in here, to say the least. The atmosphere is going to be off the charts. I think especially for the semifinals games tomorrow, it's going to be great. But then for the gold medal, the bronze medal games as well, coming on Saturday, those are going to be awesome. I'm excited to see who's going to be there.
Definitely a great tournament here. So glad Sheridan's able to host this one and give you and I a chance to do all of these amazing teams' games one more time at least.
Yep.
And for some, if not most of them, 2 here.
We're getting a little argument here between
I think they're arguing.
ball boy and the line judge.
As again to serve here will be Jessica Johansson, the 5th year out of Brooklyn, Ontario.
Is not too happy.
That ball played by Palatini, and it will be an ace for Johansson. I'm not sure if that one was going long, but Palatini did end up playing it. Could we get a replay of that one, please? As Johansson will go back to serve one more time. Johansson puts that one right at Palatini. Williams up for Pecos, which hit the antenna. I don't know, but the point will go to Durham. That violation there against Sheridan. They're now down 6-0.
Yeah, flying start here for Durham. Really, really good.
And now Conkle is going to go talk to the referee there about that line, about that net violation call here. It is all good. As again, Jessica Johansson to serve. Now up 7-0, or 7-0 if you prefer.
7-0.
That ball put in play right at Forrest. Williams. Pecos, that's a kill for Aishan Pecos. And her celebrations are one of my favorites here on the Sheridan Bruins women's team because she gets very hype as you'll see the kill here for Pecos. Just gonna handle that one was Jessica Anatol. Craig puts that ball right at the libero. Put up by Young. Block was Hildebrand, but that one goes out of play in favor of the Lords. That was Peterson with the dig there. Again, they've been using two liberos tonight out of the Durham Lords. It's been Aislinn Peterson as well as their fifth-year libero, Devin Frazier. That ball put in play by Mia Hildebrand, up by Palatini. Williams, Forrest, and get out your paint. What a hit there from Addison Forrest. And now Catherine Conkle to serve, down by 6. Conkle puts that one into the net, and the point will go to the White Shirts. And now to serve will be the setter, Brooke Young. The 5'8" second-year setter for this Lords team. Craig, Williams, clinch, block. That was a mixture of Larson and Stewart.
Yeah, it's so hard to get that past Larson. Big block for her. Can't really just attack the ball when you're at that range. You kind of got to try and put it around, and it's very difficult.
The front of this Lords team is so hard to get through. It'll be interesting to see what the Mountaineers will be able to do tomorrow if Sheridan's not able to pull this one out, with 11-2 in favor of the White Shirts. It definitely is not necessarily looking great for the home team. For the hosts, if you will. As now Young again will serve, looking for a double-digit lead. That one goes into the net. The point will go to Sheridan. Now again to serve will be Aishan Pecos. Again, Evan will be interviewing the two players of the game for both sides. As that ball goes into the net for Pecos, and the point will go to the Lords as they've now quadrupled up on the Bruins 12-3.
Yeah, not as even a third set here as we got in the first and second set from Sheridan. Kept it close until about the 8th or 9th point.
That ball blocked, I believe it was, and Forrest with the point and the kill. And now to serve will be Madison Forrest. One of the bright spots on this Bruins team this season has been Madison Forrest, the first year. That ball put in play right at Peterson, almost misplayed it. Will be attacked over though by Johansson, right at Palatini. Williams, Klitsch pops it over, up though by Peterson. Young does get there, up for Johansson, and Jessica Johansson puts it right at Palatini again. Williams now up for Shaylin Craig. Craig puts that one to the back row, it's up. Young plays that one across and be freeballed over there by Stewart. Palatini, Williams, Pecos, and just wide did that one go. And now again to serve is the Toronto native Amanda Larson. And now coming out is Shaylin Craig. Coming back in is the Yellowknife native Natalie Schaefer. Larson puts that one right at Palatini. Williams up for Schaefer, and that one will not get down. That will be a kill for the Lords, and that one goes to Jessica Anatol, one of the more quiet White Shirts here tonight.
Yeah, placed that right in the perfect spot. Timeout called here with a big lead for the Lords.
And the timeout is taken there by the Sheridan Bruins, 14-4 currently in favor of the White Shirts, as they seem to be completely pulling away with this game here in this third set, Evan. Now back here for this third and potentially final set between the Lords and the Bruins. Again, 10-point lead for the white shirts over the blue shirts, as Larson will get another chance to serve here for the Lords.
Larson's been very, very good today. Very dominant. Big net presence and a lot of blocks for her.
That one right at Palatini. Williams for Schaefer. Gets up for it. It won't get down. Dug up by the middle Larson. And passed over for Johansson. And then no touch there by Sheridan. Sheridan can't believe they called that a touch, but the point will go to the other side. And I think everyone want to replay that last point if you wouldn't mind. And now Coach Amari is not happy here that they called that a touch. And we're going to get a replay here as Coach Amari is arguing. As Evan thinks there was a touch there.
It looks a little bit like it touched.
And Larson puts that ball right at Williams. Schaefer through the block, and that one for sure was a touch. The point will go to the Bruins. Next stoppage, we'll go back to it with a slow-mo. Thank you. Klitsch will now serve. Tripled up right now are the Lords on the Bruins, 15-5. Klitsch puts that ball in play. Dug up there with a sprawl by Stewart and free ball over by Peterson. Forrest, Williams, Kunkel, kill for Catherine Kunkel. And now Klitsch will go back to serve again. I haven't seen as much Judith Paredes as I at first expected here tonight, but definitely has made an impact when she's come in her brief spells, Evan. That ball goes right at Peterson. Young across. Hildebrand puts that one wide, and the point will go to Sheridan as Klitsch will go to serve again.
Yeah, a couple of quick points here for Sheridan. 3 in a row now, and maybe they'll get a little bit of a run going.
That ball put up, attacked by Johansson, up by Forrest, but towards the coach as that one goes, and the point will go to Durham. Is now coming in to serve, I expect. Coming out will be Anatol. Coming in is Cassidy. The Port Coquitlam, BC native, the outside hitter. Again, adding length to this Durham squad. She's 5'11", is the second year. That one right at Bickus. Palatini up for Schaefer, blocked, but Kunkel able to hit it over. Attack right back, and that one not up by Palatini. I believe the kill will go to Johansson. And it was Johansson there with the kill. Is now again to serve as Cassidy. Perfect. Kunkel. Schaefer off the block, and Natalie Schaefer with the kill. That was a perfect replay. Well done. Williams now to serve.
Sheridan's been better these last few points.
Williams puts that one right at Peterson. Young puts it up for Hildebrand, blocked by Kunkel. Again for Hildebrand. That one gets by Kunkel, and Hildebrand was able to get the point.
Another view of this replay here. Smash by Hildebrand.
And now Cassidy again to serve. That ball put right at Forrest. Williams up for Schaefer. Didn't even jump for it. Was able to get that one over. Young two hits it right at Williams. Palatini knows to set it for Schaefer. Schaefer through the block, and Natalie Schaefer has had arguably her best game this year tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more of her tonight than we usually do, and it's really, she's been very good in, as she's been playing. Not a lot of Judith Paredes, as you said before, but Natalie Schaefer has stepped up and come up big.
And now Schaefer again to serve. That ball right at Johansson. Young up for Hildebrand, blocked, and They'll have to hit it over again. That one will pop right at Ballatini. Now Williams up for Pecos. Blocked. Up by Ballatini one more time. Williams this time for Forrest. The other side. And it's in for Madison Forrest. And now again, Schaefer to serve 18-10 now in favor of the Lords. And that ball put into the net by Schaefer, and the point goes to Durham. They're now 6 points away from a set and game victory here, and will book their ticket to the semifinal against Mohawk.
That'll be a good game, especially after how we saw Mohawk play earlier. Very dominant.
I had to talk to Coach Kovac after the game, and I told her, I said, Coach Kovac, you guys played one heck of a game, and, you know, probably the best performance we've seen tonight out of anybody, not including Humber. As Pecos puts that ball over, but the point will go to him, as I believe that was a net violation there against Durham. And now Pratis will be coming in for Catherine Kunkel, as now Klitsch will rotate in to the middle, no libero for the Bruins. But I definitely think tonight's best performing team was Mohawk. Evan, I'm not sure if you had a chance to watch the earlier games, but from my perspective, who's done all four here tonight, I think Mohawk, even just per player, they were the best team here today.
We thought it was going to be a very close game, too, and it was anything but that, really. Mohawk just kind of
blew them out of the water.
Ease. Yeah, they won with ease in that game. So if Durham does go on to win this, which I'm expecting they will at this point, it's going to be a really good game between those two tomorrow.
It definitely should be a great game, as well as Humber versus Seneca. 1 versus 2. Number 1 West team versus number 2 East team, as there's a foul called against Pratis. It's a 2-hit, and now again up by double digits are the Lords. It's back to serve again is Brooke Young. No timeouts remaining for Coach Belkerin, as Durham has a chance to really put their stamp on this one. That one right at Pratis. Right back at Young. Now set by Frazier across there. That looked to be for Cassidy, and that one got sent long. And now a double substitution we made. We'll see who comes out. Klitsch comes out for Nyasha, Jordan Tafari, and out, I don't know who, will be Aishan Pecos, and in comes Hazel Graham, the lefty, to serve. I haven't seen much of Hazel Graham since the first couple of games this year, Evan, and we haven't seen basically any of Jordan Tafari, but they'll be getting some clutch moments here in the playoffs. That ball put in play, Young up, and that's going to be, I believe, a net violation against Durham. And now again will serve is Hazel Graham.
See if Hazel Graham can keep her serve for a few points here.
Graham puts that one in play again, and almost it goes for an ace. Young plays it across for Johansson, up by Palatini. Williams for Forrest, off the block, up by Jordan Tafari. No one goes for the second ball, and the point will go to the Durham Lords, and now they are just 3 points away from booking their ticket to the semifinals and guaranteeing themselves a chance at a medal. Again, semifinals are 6 and 8 tomorrow here at the Sheridan Athletic Center. Evan and I will bring any of those games. Those should be great games. And that's a kill for Jessica Johansson, and I think the Lords can now smell their semifinal against Mohawk.
Like we said, it's going to be a great game tomorrow between these two.
And now
Form teams get another shot there at that point.
And
from the Lords.
And now more substitutions made here as Madison Forrest comes out for Abby Ellis, and Emily Williams comes out for Tatum Powell, the Wilcox, Saskatchewan native. So now the only starter left is the libero, Sarah Palatini, because Wroblewski's not wearing the libero jersey tonight. Right at Palatini. Powell sets it for Ellis. It gets over. That passed across Johansson, and Johansson with the kill, and make that now 1 point away from a set 3 and game victory for the White Shirts. That ball right at Ellis. Powell for Jordan Tafari, blocked at the net, but it'll get down for Nyasha Jordan Tafari. her first kill of the night for the first year out of Etobicoke. And they're trying to figure out now who's going to serve. It's going to be Abby Ellis. Down now by 10 are Sheridan. Ellis has got to be perfect here from the serving line if Sheridan expects to make any sort of comeback. Team just make the scoreline respectable. Ellis puts that one right at Peterson. Young to the middle. Larson up by Palatini. Paredes has it for Tatum Powell. That one mishit, and it will go around the antenna. And the Durham Lords are going to the semifinals. Every game today was a three-setter. As you'll see here, Paredes for Tatum Powell, and she just couldn't keep that one in play. As every game tonight, Evan, was a 3-0 win for the victor. Only one lower seed won today in the Mohawk Mountaineers, who got away with one against the Conestoga Condors. And that
We'll hope for some tighter games tomorrow, I think.
I think we should expect a couple more tighter games here.
I mean, some 3-set victories, which is good. We see who the better teams are in each matchup, but tomorrow get some more evenly ranked teams, and hopefully could go to 4
Can you
sets.
hear this?
Let's make the goal 4 sets tomorrow. 4 would be nice. Just one of 4 sets, you know. That's all we
Well, I think this Mohawk Mountaineer versus Durham Lords game at 8 o'clock tomorrow will be an absolute amazing game. And I don't even want to disrespect the Humber Hawks against the Seneca Sting, which also should be a great game, as it's the 1 West team in Humber versus the 2 East team in Seneca, and the 1 East team in Durham versus the number 5 West team in Mohawk. But Mohawk, again, was silver medalists at last year's OCAA, losing to the Humber Hawks. So, and Coach Clark actually told me this. They wanted to play Mohawk in the next semifinal because Mohawk beat them last year in the semifinal to go to the gold medal game. And now we'll see who Evan will interview. He'll interview Katie Stewart of the Durham Lords, and we'll see who he interviews for Sheridan. Is the mic beside the camera for the interview? Perfect, thank you. And just to make sure I clarify, it is Evan doing the interview. Perfect. Player of the game for Durham is Katie Stewart. And now Caroline Klitsch will be the player of the game. So that's your 3rd time interviewing Caroline Klitsch this season, as you'll be getting Klitsch and Katie Stewart here tonight as your interview, as the players of the game here tonight. As now we're going to give out the players of the year, all the awards for the OCAA, as well as the first and second team All-Stars for the East and West divisions.
And now, for the OCAA Women's Volleyball East Divisional Champion, the Durham Lords.
They're going to move the border out to a picture, and then we're going to move it back, and move back to start.
Oh, they're going to move back.
Yeah, they're going to move it there, and so we can pictures, and then move it back, and then move back, you're going to be interviewed at that time.
Is Kelly going to grab it?
No, just go down there, we'll go there, we'll get pictures, and then we'll go to Katie, and say, hey, Katie, are you okay if I interview you during the game? As you see there, the St. Clair faithful cheering on their team. And Katie Stewart, the player of the game tonight, with a second team All-East All-Star. And Amanda Larson was also a second team All-Star. They also had a couple first team All-Stars to the Durham Lords, who end up again winning today 3-0, winning 25-17 in set number 1, 25-18 in set number 2, and then 25-14 in set number 3. As Evan will now go down and interview Caroline Klitsch and Katie Stewart. Klitsch of the Sheridan Bruins and Stewart of the Durham Lords. But that'll be it for me, Spencer Byers. Thank you so much for joining us here through all 4 games here today at the Sheridan Athletic Center here in Oakville. Again, stay tuned. Tomorrow we got some great semifinals between the Humber Hawks and the Seneca Sting, as well as the Durham Lords you just saw playing against the Mohawk Mountaineers. Those should be some absolute great games, 6 and 8 o'clock respectively. Please tune into those. Those are going to be, again, some great women's volleyball. And then again on Saturday at 4:30 and 7:30 respectively, bronze medal at 4:30, gold medal at 7:30. Evan and I will be here for all 4 of those broadcasts mentioned. But for tonight, that'll be it for me, Spencer Byers. Evan Brewer will send you home on the interviews here tonight with Katie Stewart and Caroline Klitsch for the 3rd time for Evan. But for me, Spencer Byers, and for the rest of our crew that I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, thank you so much for tuning in as this was broadcast at the Sheridan Athletic Center here in Oakville, and only on the OCAA Live Network.
Alongside Caroline Klitsch. Obviously not the result that you guys wanted today. It's disappointing, but they're a really good team in Durham. Top of the division. I want to know from you, this entire season, what are some of the positives that you guys can take away, the biggest positives in your opinion?
I think the biggest positives is that we have improved so much throughout the year. and hopefully like next year when we go into next year it'll be a lot better. But I think this year we've improved a lot from where we first started.
And I mean, a lot of a young team, right? A lot of first years, a lot of second years. You had no seniors this year, so you're going to have the exact same team that you did this year, basically. Maybe a few other additions and whatnot. So, what's the goal for you guys next year and in coming years? Are you guys looking for a gold medal next year, or is that going to take a while? In your opinion, what's the goal?
Next year hopefully is the year that we get a medal for sure. I think we can do it. We have some really good players coming in, and we also have some really good players already. So I think that it's definitely something that we can do. We just got to believe it.
And for you, I mean, it's going to be, I can't do the math, but 8 months or so until you guys play together as a team again, or go and play and start training for next season. What's the biggest thing you're going to miss about playing with this team for the next 8 months or so?
Just being around the girls and being with them, being with the team. It's a great environment. It's a lot of fun.
It's good to hear. Thanks a lot, Caroline.
Thank you.
I'll get the. I believe it's Katie up for the interview as well in a few moments' time. I just got to find her. Not sure where she went. Here alongside Durham's Katie Stewart. Obviously a great game for you guys today. Very dominant. Kind of what you expected, I would think, coming into this game. You guys have only lost one game all year and been dominant throughout. What's the biggest positive you can take away from this game for you guys and for your team?
Honestly, the fact that we played well and we were all supportive, whether you're on the court or the bench, and the people that came on did a great job.
It's good to hear. I mean, you guys have a quick turnaround tomorrow, obviously. I'm assuming you're not driving all the way back to where Durham is. And okay, you're staying here, yeah. So you get a quick turnaround tomorrow. How do you prepare for a team against Mohawk, who you haven't played in the regular season this year, obviously, but who've been hot recently? We saw the game before. They beat Conestoga pretty convincingly. How do you guys prepare in just a day's time for a team like that?
Watching lots of game film. Our coach is going to create a good game plan for us to study throughout the night. And just getting a good night's sleep, honestly, going in mentally prepared is the best way. Yeah.
That's good. And then for you guys as well, I think I know the answer to this, but is there the belief in this team that you guys are definitely going to go to the gold medal game and you guys are going to win it?
Yeah, honestly, it's been a long time coming for this team, so we're ready to push through anything.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Katie.
Thank you.
So the Durham Lords beating the Sheridan Bruins here 3-0. Dominant performance from Durham, and they will be back to play Mohawk tomorrow in the second semifinal game. That's all for us from Brewer, for the whole crew, and Spencer Byers as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow.